Welcome back to episode 26 of the Valley Sports Talk podcast. Today we'll be going over our supposed to be weekly football picks. Last week we were unable to make a podcast. We didn't have very much timing. Me and Brandon are pretty engulfed with school right now, and we just couldn't figure out a time. But we did write down our picks from last week without making a video, just so we can keep the all-time record. So I think we'll go over those real quick before we start on our picks for this week. And I think Brandon is going to bring back the trivia for this episode.
I am indeed. So were you going to say something there, Bray?
No, I just said right on.
Oh, right on. Okay. So yeah, we didn't preview our week 2 scores. We said what our picks were. We didn't recap how we did. And then week 3, we missed altogether. Noah went 9 for 16 in weeks 2 and 3. Braden went 13 for 16 week 2 and 10.
Hey, look at that, Bray. You're good at guessing football games.
Yep.
And then I went 13 for 16 in week 2 and 11 for 16 in week 3. So if you look at totals right now, Noah is 25 and 23. So just
okay, I'm positive.
Braden's 31 and 17, and I am 32 and 16. So I got Braden by 1 right now, and Noah's just like 6 behind, I guess. So there's still lots of time.
I need one big week. That's all I need.
One big week. That's right. So yeah, we're just gonna do the same sort of podcast we've been doing the last couple of weeks. We're gonna name the games, talk about them, make our picks, and then we're gonna bring back a little bit of trivia because it's been a while. So yeah.
Week 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game tonight is the Thursday night game. It's the Jags and Bengals. A bit of a boring Thursday night game, but
in Cincy.
I know, you think they could have put on a better game, really. I don't think, I'm not going to be watching it.
What?
You're not going to, it's football. The other thing I'm going to be doing is studying, and I'd rather watch football and study, but I probably bad to say, but.
No, it's not.
You know what? The NFL's done a pretty good job so far at Monday and Thursday night football games have been good so far this year. So they're going to keep it up. I got faith. It's going to be a good
time I go to bed if something good happens. The last 3 primetime games, I went to bed like the start of the 4th quarter. It was which games did Brandon? It was the Green Bay one last week.
The Raiders, the Ravens.
Ravens.
You went to bed between the Packers and 49ers.
And the Chiefs and Ravens.
And the Chiefs and the Ravens. That's right.
I went to bed to start the 4th quarter of all of those games.
And they get good, right? When you go to bed.
Ravens played on Sunday. They didn't play on Monday.
I know.
I played on primetime game.
They played on Monday, week 1, or was it Thursday? No, it was Monday.
No, it was the Monday night. It was the Monday night.
Yeah. Bray, you don't know what you're talking about.
I guess not.
No. Do you want to start us off, Braden, on the Jaguars traveling to Cincy?
I just think I think the Bengals have this one. Personally, I find that Joe Burrows is a better quarterback right now than Trevor Lawrence, since he's already had he's already 1 year veteran into the NFL along with Jamar Chase. Who's their It's Mixon's their running back, right? I think
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Especially with Joe Mixon too in their backfield and their defense. I don't know how I haven't watched the Bengals game all year. I don't even know how their defense is doing on the opposite side of the ball, but I just think
exciting.
By statistically wise that the Bengals have this one tonight.
That's a very deep analysis. And I'm going to agree. I have the Bengals winning as well. Lawrence just hasn't looked good yet. It's harder for rookie quarterbacks to jump in and be good right away, especially with the defense behind him. There's not a lot of mistakes he can have, and he's just been throwing the ball away too much. The Cincinnati offense has looked pretty good after a lot of people were worried. Jamar Chase has looked great. Joe Burrow's looked pretty good, and it's in
those 3 picks.
Pardon?
Except for that 3 picks on 3 straight throws.
Other than that, he's looked all right. So I'm gonna go Bengals. Go ahead, Noah.
I'm gonna say join you three, and join you two, and I'm gonna say the Bengals are gonna win. Trevor Lawrence does not look very good. He's thrown more picks than he has touchdowns, I believe. That's not really
5 touchdowns, 7 picks or something.
Yeah, that's not really something you want to see. Joe Burrow would be an even better quarterback if they would have built an offensive line around him. I hope they do that this year because he's still getting pressured. Some of those interceptions were defensive break or offensive line breakdowns where he has to rush the throw. If they can fix that, they'll be looking good for the future. But for tonight, I'm gonna have Joe Burrow beating Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, Braden, we have the New York Giants traveling to face the New Orleans Saints.
I think to be honest, I'm going with the Saints. I don't pick the Giants because I know the Giants receiving core is getting better. Saquon hasn't been at 100%, since he's been back. It's not the Saquon we actually used to know. But I find that Alvin Kamara in the backfield, along with Jameis Winston, even though I don't really like Jameis Winston too much as a quarterback. I think the Saints are starting off, with a decent performance onto the year, and I think they can continue that into tonight. Their defense is doing all right, a little few tweaks here and there, but
No, you're right. I like this podcast. You're doing great.
Sorry, I started smiling, so I didn't know what was going on. But
I just like how you said a little bit of tweaks. But you're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So I'm just, I'm going with the Saints winning tonight.
That's okay. Sunday, Bray.
Sorry. Oh, that's my bad. Totally my bad. Burned out for a sec. Burned out for a sec.
I'll go ahead and I'll go Saints as well. The Giants lost to my favorite team, the Falcons, last week, so it's going pretty bad whenever that happens. Both offenses look pretty brutal. I think the Giants have a lot of injuries coming into this game. I think Darius Slayton's out. I think Sterling Shepard's. I think they're both questionable, and even then, Galladay's not completely healthy. And obviously, Saquon keeps taking the next step. He finally got in the end zone last week, but when Danny Dimes is your leading rusher going into week 4, there's that ground game's not really working. And the defense has been pretty solid for the Giants. Jameis Winston had a bounce back game last week. He didn't really look like pick Winston. He looked more like in the pocket, cool Winston. I didn't really watch much of the game. I just know that he didn't throw as many picks. I watched the highlights. So I don't really have much to say, but I'm just going to go with the Saints.
I am going to go against the grain. I'm going to go the Giants. Main reason is because the Saints beat the Packers. That's probably the main reason.
You're still salty about that.
Still salty. But aside from that, Jameis, like Noah said, he's looked all right. He hasn't looked amazing. Where on the other hand, I think that the Giants are getting better and better. I like the way Danny Dimes has been playing so far this season. He's looked a lot better than he did last season now that they have some help. Like Noah said, Saquon's looking better and better as the weeks go on. So maybe this week he'll have another breakout, carry them. And I just don't have a lot of faith in the Saints. I think they've had I guess the New England game wasn't really lucky because New England isn't good, but they played great against the Packers, which I don't think they could do that again if they tried. And then other than that, their competition hasn't been too tough. So the Giants aren't anything special, but I think they'll hold their own in this one. Moving on, we have Kansas City traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles.
As much as I love the way Jalen Hurts has played and Devontae Smith, even though the Chiefs are 1-2, I think they bounce back after losing 2 weeks straight. And they take the Eagles pretty convincingly fashion. The defense of the Eagles isn't very good. And the offensive line has a lot of injuries already. So Jalen Hurts is going to be under the pressure of Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Tyrann Mathieu, whoever the heck they throw in at a blitz there. Taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that too. When you have the Kansas City Chiefs, you never would think that like against Baltimore's a good team, don't get me wrong, but everybody had like, them winning, and they lost by 1 point, which, isn't bad. Who did they play? Who did they play last week?
The Chargers.
Oh, and that's another game where people thought like, oh, well, they got this, they're a way better team offensively. And, then they go to lose, but I think they're going to be coming back, like looking for a good bounce back here against the Eagles. And like you said, the Eagles their offensive line is taking some injuries. Jalen Hurts has been playing, pretty good, moving the ball around and looking downfield, all that, all that snazzy jazz. And, I just think that the Chiefs are just offensively better, and their defense is, still it's decent. No, I'm not saying it's great, but they'll be coming hitting hard on Sunday. So
I'll jump on with you guys. Unfortunately for the Eagles, the Chiefs are 1-2. And obviously all of us know that the Chiefs are good and they're going to come back from this, obviously, but there are a lot of dumb people out there who might be saying the Chiefs are falling, and they got a lot to prove. Yeah, exactly.
Just washed.
Patrick Mahomes is washed at 25 years old.
25. But yeah, so they got a lot to prove. They're going to come out here. They're going to slaughter them. And this one doesn't have much to be talked about. Another probably lopsided game coming up. We have the Texans traveling to Buffalo to face Bill Mafia.
I'm gonna go with no, I'm just kidding. I'm going Bills. The Texans are rolling out the starter. Davis Mills or whatever. He didn't look very comfortable in his first game. It doesn't help that he's not really behind a very good team. Their only real weapon on offense is Brandon Cooks, who he does look very good whenever he does have the ball in his hands. And then their defense is not very good. Going up against a good offense in the Bills. Josh Allen finally had that game where he said, okay, I'm back. I'm throwing putting everybody's doubt and burying it, and had a big game. So they're going to keep that coming. The Bills are going to take them.
All right.
I'm also going to say Bills. There isn't too much to say. I mean, obviously the Bills are the way better team. It's in Buffalo, which just adds another dimension. Like Noah said, the Texans' offensive line is terrible. And they're just not a good team other than Brandon Cooks. So they're going to have trouble against the Bills, whose defense, especially at home, can get a little crazy when the fans are in it, and they're going to get a little crazy. So they're going to have a hard time tomorrow, on Sunday, not tomorrow. Braden?
I'm jumping on with you guys too. I'm going with the Bills.
Boring.
Having a good offense like that with Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley, and they got, oh my God, who they're starting David Singletary right now, right?
No, I think Zach Moss is going to get more touches than him.
Okay, well then I guess Zach Moss is going in for me on fantasy, I guess, this weekend. But
it'd probably be a good start because they're going to be running.
He would be a good start this week.
No.
Go on.
Anyways, okay. Well, and especially with their defense has been clicking really well. Like it's like nuts to see how last season how their defense has just flipped over, and and their defense has been winning like a lot, like on a lot of the plays when the other teams on the offense, obviously.
You're talking about the Bills?
No, I'm talking. Yes, I am talking about the Bills. I'm sorry. I'm a little. It's been a long day, guys.
Oh, you're doing great.
But anyway, so and I don't think that the Texans are ready to take on a full strength Bills team, especially like you said with Tyrod Taylor hurt now, and I was watching the Panthers and Texans game on Thursday last week, and when I'm watching David Mills play, wasn't really quite the show I was hoping for. Watching this Houston team take the field.
He actually impressed me, to be honest.
He impressed you?
Yeah, the only he looked great when he had time, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's what you want to see.
I didn't feel like he looked very comfortable out there, but it doesn't really help whenever you always have people in your face. No, and that was against the Carolina defense, and the Buffalo defense is better than Carolina.
Carolina's defense has been, been starting to pull together though, which is it's been good.
Yeah, but like, I mean, just he did what you want to see in a quarterback. Like the Carolina Panthers they laid some big hits on him, but he stayed in there. He knew the hit was coming, and he didn't throw it away. He tried to make a play. And I mean, when you're down, when you're on a Texans team like that, and you know you're losing, you got to stay in there and try and make a pass, and that's what he was doing. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, besides that, they're taking on a full strength Bills team, offensively and defensively. I'm going with the Bills.
Okay, Bray. Next up, we have the undefeated Carolina Panthers traveling to America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my God. Well,
They are leading the division right now, Braden. How does that make you feel?
it's great. I love it. You know, they're off to a really good start this year, but you know, this is a hard one for me because, you know, I do believe that the Panthers can beat Dallas, but
It's
Dallas
your favorite team. Go with them. Roll with your squad.
I know. Oh, yeah. That's true. You know, okay, fine. I'm gonna go with the Panthers, and I'll give you my reason why here. They're taking a big hit without McCaffrey. Like, you know, that's so Chuba's getting
Chuba
started.
season.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think McCaffrey's ever going to be the same again, you know, after that. But we're not going to go into that right now because I was really pissed off when, you know,
I heard.
Yeah, I was screaming. It was terrible. I wanted to punch something really bad. But, you know, with Chuba getting the start now, I do believe that they'll still have, you know, they're good offensively. They still got, you know, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore. DJ Moore's been playing really good. Who else they got? Terrence Marshall, who's starting, you know, picking up a little bit, you know, especially just coming into this season. As a rookie, you know, I think that he's just the trend is just gonna keep going up. Trend's gonna go up with him.
For me, it's been their defense. Their defense is the reason they're winning games.
That too.
Their defense last year was not very good, and now their defense
their defense
is
was
stepping
awful.
up.
Their defense was awful last year, and this year when they adjusted it a little bit, and it's been starting to click. You know,
Yeah, like it feels like if Sam Darnold can put up like 24, they're winning.
Yeah.
They can win.
You know, they're hitting down. You know, they're hitting down the ball, laying sacks. You know, making big plays on defense. It's been good to see for my team at least. You know,
Yeah,
like
Sam Darnold's been great.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Yeah, I'm starting to grow to like him a little bit now.
I am too. He's on my fantasy team.
Well, what's his name on fantasy again? He's is he little boy or something like that?
He's little boy, yeah. Little boy
Darnold.
Little baby boy Darnold, something like that.
I'm actually going to go Dallas. I just think that Dak's a better quarterback. I think they got a better offense. Zeke starting to come back to what Zeke is, and their defense does not look as bad as everybody thought.
Takes a lot for Noah to say the Cowboys.
I know. I am not a Cowboys fan whatsoever. They're actually one of like my top 2 least favorite teams in the league. But probably the Bucks.
Because they're in the same division. Same division. Yeah. I hate the Falcons.
Hate the Falcons. I'm gonna jump on the train.
Matt Ryan's a dick.
Whoa, Matty Ice, don't be like that.
Matty Ice has been awful.
I'm joking. He's a good quarterback.
I'll
be glad this team to help him.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with Noah and say the Cowboys. Just for the same reasons Noah did. Their offense is playing like they did at the start of the season last year when Dak was back. It's like they didn't skip a beat. Dak's looked great. And he's getting Cooper and Lamb, Zeke. They're all playing well. And then their defense, like Noah said, has been a lot better than people thought it was. And the Panthers haven't really seen this good of a team yet. And I think it's going to be a big test, especially without CMC. So I'm going to go Cowboys here.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
Chuba, 25 points.
You starting them this week, Braden?
Yep, I am.
There you go. You got to. It's your team.
I have to. Because you know what? It's going to be I'm not sure if it's a ground game or not without McCaffrey, but I got to. I have no choice.
Risky
what am I
one.
Do while I wait for McCaffrey to come back?
Hey, do what you got to do.
Exactly. A man's got to feed.
Man's got to eat. Next, we have Cleveland traveling to Minnesota to face the Vikings.
You know, it should be an okay game.
I think this is going to be a good game. Really good.
Playing really well.
What are the Vikings? What's the Vikings record right now?
1-2, but they beat the Seahawks last week.
And the Browns are
2-1. Who'd Minnesota?
I'm gonna go Minnesota. I'm gonna go Vikings. I'm gonna say they're gonna keep rolling off their big win out against the Seahawks. Is it in Mini? I think it's in Mini, right?
It's in many.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go Mini. I don't really have any reason why. I feel like they're gonna build momentum off their win last week against the Seahawks. So there's my reasoning.
I'm going with the Browns. I think that I hate to say it because I like how Kirky keeps getting me like 30-some points every other week. He's been I'm starting to like the Kirky. So you know how it goes, eh? But anyways, I'm just going with the Browns because I personally think that they are better. Well, I think that they're better than the Vikings, to be honest. Baker's been doing all right throughout this year. Especially when you get down to the end zone, you get the Kareem Hunt, big boy coming in, to get those touchdowns right in the red zone, and along with the what's his name? Nick Chubb. There we go. Sorry.
There you go.
There, Nick Chubb. Help you push that ball downfield. You also got. Oh my God.
Who's he trying to name?
I don't know.
Give me a sec.
Baker?
No, not Baker.
Jarvis? I think Jarvis is hurt.
Jarvis Landry's hurt. Odell?
Okay.
OBJ?
No, OBJ. Well,
Austin Hooper, David Njoku.
Yes. Hooper. That's what it is.
Hooper.
Playing as a good tight end for them. I mean, I can't really see them not, taking this game and, winning it along with their I think their defense is all right. I don't know anybody in their defense though. That's the only thing.
I don't know anybody in the Browns defense.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah. Defense
there we
player of the year.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. I was trying to at least name somebody, so I don't.
Aaron Donald won it last year.
No, I'm saying he's winning it this year.
Oh.
That kind of works right into my point. I'm gonna pick the Vikings as well.
Hey.
Join me. The Browns are a little hurt. They didn't look great last week. Even though they won, right? Who'd they play? Did they play the Steelers?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, they won obviously, but it didn't look great. They're a little banged up, and I think Garrett was the reason they won that game. I feel like if they can hold him, if Minnesota can hold him, they got a good chance. Especially they got Justin Jefferson working last game. I'm talking about Minnesota now. Thielen's doing his thing. People thought he was going to drop off. He's been doing his thing so far. There's been a little bit of news saying Dalvin Cook's going to be back for this game, which would be huge. And Kirk, like Braden said, has been playing well this year. So I think they're going to come away with the win here.
Kirk's been doing Kirk things.
Kirk's been doing Kirk things.
Yeah. You know what? And I got a lot of shit. Like, why'd you pick Kirk Cousins? And look at Kirk Cousins go. It's been great.
He's the only reason you beat me that in the second week of fantasy.
And actually, I was down by 11 points, and against when Dallas was playing the Eagles, and Jalen Hurts got 22 points, and I was pretty happy about that.
Well,
I love it.
There you go. Moving on, we have the Indianapolis Colts traveling down to warm Miami to play the Dolphins.
Aren't the Colts 0-3?
The Colts are 0-3.
Wow.
And the Dolphins are 1-2. Houston is currently second in its division.
Who's the fourth team in that division?
It's the Titans, the Colts, and the Jags. Are they in that one as well? The Jags, the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, I mean.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think so.
This is a tough one.
It's going to be, it might be good.
I'm gonna go Colts. I'm gonna say they're gonna break us this 0-3 streak. Mainly because Jacoby Brissett did play very well last week, and to his absence, Tua is out for a couple weeks, I believe, if I read that correctly online.
Yeah, they put him in the IR, I believe.
That's minimum 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is a week healthier after spraining both his ankles. So who knows how he'll look? Jonathan Taylor has been a bit underwhelming this week or this year. Hopefully he can bounce back against the Miami defense. It's been all right. But I'm gonna have to go Colts.
Braden?
What do I want to pick?
Okay, well, Braden decides. I'm also going to go Colts. I know their record's 0-3, but we saw them last year. They're a good team. They added Carson Wentz, who's looked decent this year. He adds an element. They're 0-3, but they've played good teams and they've been in the games. I mean, other than the Seahawks game, they were in it for a bit, then they lost it. And then they lost by one. Who'd they play week 2? They barely lost anyways.
Hang on.
The Titans? No, I don't know. But they haven't looked terrible is my point. And the Dolphins at times have looked terrible, especially against the Bills. And then you got Jacoby Brissett coming in. I mean, Tua's not really much of an upgrade, but he's younger. He's got the legs. I like the Colts in this one, even though it's in Miami. I think they're a little upset because they haven't won one yet, and they know they're a playoff team, so they're going to come out hot and pull away with this one.
In week 2, they played the Rams.
And wasn't it close?
I can't remember I don't know the score.
I thought it was close.
I think it was.
Anyways,
But
they played hard teams. That's my point.
Yeah, they have. Who did they? Hang on. What was the first one? The first one was the Seahawks, wasn't
They
it?
played the Seahawks, the Rams, and I think they played the Titans last week.
Yeah. So, you know what? I think I'll jump on you guys too and go with the Colts. I honestly wish I knew a lot more about the Colts, but if they're playing all these, like going up against the Seahawks, which are a good team, and also the Rams, which have been looking really good this year. I believe that, they can pull through and beat Miami. I mean, personally, I don't think Miami still has some work to do, especially with Tua still hurt, eh?
Yeah, I think Fuller's coming back for this one, though.
Who?
I think Will Fuller's coming back for this one.
Oh, okay. So they're going to be adding him too. Okay, yeah. Well, they might have a challenge a little bit, but, with Tua hurt, you're kind of losing I guess a decent quarterback at that. Tua still needs a little bit more experience, I think, being comfortable in the backfield. The only person I've seen that really has standed out is Mike Gesicki has been sticking out a lot on the Miami offense.
Pretty sure week 1.
Guy in Transformers? What do you think?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Samuel Witwicky.
Sam Witwicky? No, Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki had a rough week 1, but then
he's been going off. He's been exploding. It's been good. But anyways, I'm going with the Colts.
I'm kind of surprised we all agree on this one. Another one I think we will agree on is the Tennessee Titans traveling to New York to play the Jets.
Titans.
Yep.
Zach Wilson's a bust. That's all I got to say. I'm not giving any explanation. Titans.
I'm going with you.
I don't think he's a bust. I just think he was drafted to the Jets, and no quarterback can be good on the Jets.
No quarterback can be good with a bad offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, half his completions this season have been to the other team. He might have more. If you take his completions and divide it by 2, that's probably the amount of interceptions he has. He's thrown the ball away quite a bit, but again, not to his fault. Sort of to his fault, but he's got a terrible team around him. Braden, are you going against the grain and going Jets, or are you sticking with us?
Well, I'm sticking with you guys. That's all I got to you don't even have to sum it up.
Henry's going to actually Julio and AJ
Henry's
Brown
going for 50
points.
Pardon?
Julio and AJ Brown are both questionable to play, so it might just be Derrick Henry killing people all afternoon long.
Who's on the Jets, D, other than Marcus May? And CJ Mosley. Those are the only 2 people I know.
Derrick Henry is going to end their lives on Sunday at 1:00. If he's the only one playing, him and Tannehill. Moving on to a better game. Two not great teams, but it should be a good game. We got Detroit heading to Chicago to play the Bears in a divisional game.
Detroit shocked me last week, putting up a fight against the Ravens.
They should have won. They should have.
They should have. Justin Tucker just went. He didn't go Megatron. He went Legatron on him.
He is, yeah, like
When they went on commercial break, he took steroids or something real quick.
Yeah, really, real quick one.
Great kicker.
The Bears offense looked brutal last week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Lions. I'm gonna say that even though they lost last week to a NFL record, I think they got momentum. I think they got a bit more confidence that they can beat these good teams. And with the Bears offense looking as bad as it did last week, I don't have very much confidence in Justin Fields right now. So I'm gonna go Lions.
Okay. I've been agreeing with Noah a lot this podcast, but I did my picks beforehand, and it's just working out that way. I'm going Lions as well for basically the same reasons. I was going to pick the Bears because Andy Dalton might be back, but they're not 100% sure, and I'm not going to bank it off that. If Andy Dalton plays, I think the Bears could win it, but if Fields plays, they just didn't look great last week, and Fields even got hurt, a little roughed up last week as well. So it might be a Nick Foles day. You never know. If so, the Bears are screwed. And like Noah said, the Lions should have won last week. They held up against the running beasts in Lamar and only let them. What was the score? Did they put up?
It was like 19-17.
Yeah, 19. So to allow the Ravens to put up 19 points with a last second kick, so basically 16. Is a big momentum builder, and I think they're going to continue off that, and I think they're going to beat the Bears as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys too on that.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what you want? Like Detroit has been holding their own late. When I was watching them, who did they play? They played Green Bay, didn't they?
No, they've played the Ravens. They've played.
It was a Monday night game, I thought.
They played the Vikings, I believe.
No,
maybe they haven't. I don't keep up with Detroit.
Give me one sec. Anyways,
they did play the Green Bay. Sorry, what am I saying? Yes, they played Green Bay.
Yeah, it was a Monday night game.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you know what? They were holding their own for. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I betted on that game and I lost the bet.
Did you bet on Detroit over Green Bay?
Well, because Green Bay had the odds to win. I just wanted to place a bet and just see, what happens if Aaron Rodgers shit the bed. So that's why I was just like the whole team shit the bed. So that's why I threw like $2-3 on it. The bet.
Well, you lost $2. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured I was gonna lose it, but like they've been holding their own, and I believe that with DeAndre Swift is should pop. How's he's been doing? He's been all right, I guess. I just thinking like it'll be a matter of time that maybe might even go off in this game against the Bears. I don't even know how their defense is.
The Bears' defense is all right. It's above average, I would say.
Above average? Okay, well then oh well, we'll see how it goes. And I believe, is there anything else I want to add to that?
I'm gonna stop.
Okay, and moving on, we have the Washington football team traveling to face Matty Ice and the Falcons.
The boys coming off a big W.
Boys coming off a big W, and Washington coming off a big L.
I'm gonna pull a Braden. I'm gonna go Atlanta.
That's fine. I respect it.
Mainly because I don't think Taylor Heineke is all that great. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't look very good.
That's fair.
Atlanta's offense looks awful, but their defense looks great, which is kind of opposite from last year. But yeah, I'm going to go my favorite team.
Okay, well, I'm going to go the other way, and we'll let Braden be the tiebreaker. I'm going to go Washington. I think the start of their season has been pretty disappointing. There's a lot of talk about how good their defense was, and it just hasn't been that so far. I think this is a good chance for them to pick it back up, especially against an offensive struggling Falcons, which is, you haven't said that in a very long time. The Falcons could very well get it back together against the way this Washington defense has been playing so far. But I'm gonna just say from the teams I saw last year, and the teams I know Washington can be. A lot of people had them winning the division this year. I'm gonna say they win this game. Be the tiebreaker, Braden.
This is actually a good one because you both have very good points on what to be, and like you said, like Washington's defense is supposed to be, like they haven't been, clicking a little bit, but I still think Washington's gonna come away with the win on this one. So
okay,
I think this is the game, like you said, where they bounce back and kind of pull up their pants and click the seat.
What else is new? No one has faith in the Falcons.
Exactly. Sorry.
Even I don't have faith in them.
They're probably gonna win.
Plus, they're in my division, so I need them to lose. So
they're not the only team that has any chance of. I can't even believe I'm saying this. That any chance of dethroning the Panthers is the Bucks.
Yeah, well, not because the Bucks are good. The
Yeah.
Bucks are statistically better than the Panthers, but they're in the division, so fuck you.
The next two games we're going to talk about are probably the two best of the weeks. We'll get right into it. We have the undefeated Cardinals traveling to LA to face the undefeated Rams. Thoughts?
Well, one team's
Okay.
going to lose.
It is going to be a Rams win. They just look like the best team in football right now. The Cardinals look okay, look good, but I think they've had a bit of an easier schedule than the Rams have, if I'm not mistaken. Cardinals have had a pretty easy schedule. The Rams just beat the Bucks, the reigning Super Bowl champions. Cooper Kupp looks like the best receiver in the league. Matthew Stafford looks like a top 5 quarterback. And then their defense just does LA Rams defense things. Rams roll.
Rams, baby.
Rams.
I'm also going Rams. I shouldn't have said that because now Brady's going to go Rams too.
No, I was going to go with the Rams regardless.
So we're all going Rams. We all saw the performance last week. The Rams played the best team in the league, debatably, and handled them pretty well. And on the flip side, the Cardinals played one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst team in the league, and didn't look so great. They looked okay, but they didn't look great against the struggling Jaguars. We got the Rams. And staying in the same division, another great game. We have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to face the San Fran 49ers.
Are the 49ers 2-1?
49ers are 2-1.
So are the Seahawks.
The Seahawks are 1-2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they lost to the Titans there.
They lost to the Titans and they lost to Minnesota last week.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm still gonna go Seahawks. Mainly because I trust their offense a bit more than I trust San Fran's offense. Even against a defense as good as San Fran's, you got Russell Wilson. DK Metcalf has not done much so far this year.
Lockett's been the guy.
It's been Lockett. There's no way that DK doesn't go. I don't think it's a touchdown yet, unless I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I don't know.
But I don't think DK stays quiet for 3-4 straight games. I think he's due to go off.
Actually, to be honest, too, guys, Lockett is questionable for this game too.
Is he?
DK, even more. DK is gonna go nuts.
Yeah, what did I say here? He has a hip injury and he was limited in practice on Wednesday.
Oh, if he was there, he'll play.
If he was limited, then he's most likely gonna play.
Yeah, he'll play. I'm gonna make Braden be the decider once again. I'm gonna go 49ers. Their first half against Green Bay was very stagnant. They didn't look like they could do a whole bunch until they got Trey Lance in there to run for a touchdown late in the second quarter. But in the second half, they looked great. Green Bay couldn't stop them. They kept marching down the field. Nothing Green Bay's defense could do about it. And Seattle's defense is more or less the same as Green Bay's. There's nothing special. And we'll see if we get the 49ers team from the first half of the Green Bay game. Seattle will win this one. We got the 49ers team from the second half. I think the 49ers will be able to handle this team. Their defense is better than Seattle's, so I think that could be a big factor, and it's in San Fran. And if they want to keep pace with the Rams or the Cardinals, because one of them will be 4-0 at the end of this week, they're going to have to come away with a win here. So I'm going to go 49ers.
Great.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
Oh,
okay. I think that they're going to put, if like their offense is, like you said, like Lockett has been the guy with the ball. I haven't seen much, like, since I've been watching the games. I haven't seen much of a DK Metcalf lately because, usually, like, DK was the guy last year. Like, the ball would always end up to him somehow, and Lockett's just been the guy with the deep routes, but he loves those deep routes.
They are running the ball quite a bit. Chris Carson's looked good. I'll give him that.
Yeah, Chris Carson has been, looking good this year also. And, I just think that, coming off a few losses to teams that, that they could, I think that they'll be looking for a dub on this one, and it's going to be a big dub.
Another decent game coming up. We have the Baltimore Ravens traveling to face the undefeated Denver Broncos.
Are we Sunday night yet?
We are Sunday. What game is the Sunday night one? This is Sunday evening.
Sunday, okay, the 4:00 game still?
Yes. Who plays at night? It's the Bucks and Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a slaughter show.
Forgot about that game. The Broncos, undefeated Broncos, and the Ravens. I'm going to go Ravens. That huge kick by Justin Tucker is going to give them all momentum. And I also believe that Denver has had an easy schedule too. I think.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
They've had the easiest schedule so far.
Exactly. So Baltimore it is for me.
Yeah.
Are you joining in there, Brady?
Yeah, I'm going with the same thing. I'm going Ravens. I do believe that, the Ravens have a way better offense than, especially with their defense too. It's not as good as it should be from last year, but the Ravens have played some pretty good teams. And their defense has been holding up, and their offense is like I know I'm saying this again, but they're way better than the Broncos. And I do believe that, and it's a good point that Noah made, that they have had quite an easy schedule. Who have they played? Who have they played? They played the Jets, didn't they?
They played the Jets. I'm pretty sure they played the Jags and somebody else. Okay. I'm also going to go with the Ravens. What? Go ahead.
All right. It's okay. I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm also going to go Ravens. I don't want to go Ravens. They've been very confusing this year, playing bad against bad teams and playing good against good teams. But I mean, like we've all said, the Broncos have had an easy schedule. It would have been kind of concerning if the Broncos weren't 3-0 at this point. I'm going to go Ravens, but I honestly can't say I'm confident in it. Moving into our last Sunday afternoon game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Green Bay to face the Packers.
Yeah, Packers. Steelers don't look very good. Big Ben looks like he should be in a retirement home.
He really does. And also they ruined my parlay, so I'm kind of pissed about that because every team, all the teams were clicking except for the Steelers game, which was disappointing. So
yeah, obviously I'm going Packers as well.
Sorry, I'm just
keep going.
It looks like, you know what, because we were saying that I can't remember if I said it. I know somebody did. Is that last year I think the Steelers just had it was a luck year, with their schedule and all that, because you go to this year, where are they? They're 1-2, and last year they went almost to the end of the season.
We're 8-0
into week 11 or something like that. So it's. I mean, I do like the Steelers. Don't get me wrong, but I believe that the Packers are just, they're offensively at this point offensively better. I just hope Aaron Rodgers just, finds a little bit of a groove and they just go with it.
So. Yeah, I'm going Packers as well. The Steelers, they don't look like the same. Not to toot my own horn, but I mean, I made this prediction. They look terrible.
They do look terrible.
Moving on to
the most anticipated game of the week.
Yeah, this is definitely not the best game of the week, but they're going to call it the game of the week, probably.
Game of the year.
Tampa Bay traveling to New England to face the Patriots.
Tom Brady's first game back in Foxborough.
Tom Brady's first game back. There's a lot of stories going into this one. Tom Brady is, I believe, 150 yards away from beating Drew Brees' passing record. New England's the only team in the NFL he hasn't beaten. I wonder why. But so there's a bunch of stories going on in this game. Obviously, the notification or the story popped up that Tom Brady wanted to leave the Patriots in 2017. Not leave the Patriots. He didn't want to play for Belichick since 2017. So the first out he took. So there's a lot of stories going into this game. I got the Bucks personally. I feel like you two are probably going to follow.
Yeah. Mark me down.
I'm not even going to debate it.
Keep carrying this duo.
Keep going. Okay, our final game of the night. We have the undefeated Raiders traveling to face.
This is Monday Night Football?
Monday Night Football.
Raiders and who?
Undefeated Raiders traveling to LA to face the Chargers in a divisional matchup.
That's a pretty good game.
The Raiders are 3-0. The Chargers are 2-1. Same division. This game means a lot, especially for a team like the Raiders, who obviously, when you're in this division, you're just trying to pull away from the Chiefs. So if you can be 4-0, that'd be great. The Chargers looking to get 3-1, especially having
both teams are trying to pull away from the Chiefs, for being honest.
Basically, yes. What are you guys' thoughts?
I think I'm gonna go with the underdog on this one. I'm going with the Raiders.
Okay.
He was saying underdog, and I was gonna go Chargers.
The underdogs are definitely the Raiders.
I'm going Chargers.
With the underdog on this one. I don't think that this is not a fluke. The Raiders winning, going undefeated with 3 wins already.
I think it is.
They'll carry this on. It's nice to see that a team that, personally, I barely even speak about, and now they're starting to show up this year. And it's been close games. Who the fuck have they? What has their schedule been? Who have
they played? The Ravens week 1. They played the Dolphins week 3. Who did they play week 2? I don't know who they played week 2. I can't remember.
That's fine. But anyways, I'll just use week 1 as an example. You're going up against Lamar Jackson offense and a good Baltimore defense. I know the game was close. The game was close. But, they were still able to pull away with the win. I think that they can come away and win this one. And you know what? It's going to be, I hope I'm right.
I'm not saying Braden's points are wrong. Obviously, everyone's got their own opinions, but the reasons Braden gave are exactly the reason I think the Raiders are a little overrated at this point. Like Braden said, they've been in close games. The Dolphins weren't that good, and they allowed the Dolphins to come back. The Ravens are obviously good, but that was another close one. And we've seen Carr playing the best he's ever played in his career, and these are still close games. So if he was playing like the way he has normally been playing, which has been steady the past so many years, they probably wouldn't have won that Ravens game or this Dolphins game. So for the Raiders to keep going, he's got to play at this MVP level pace, and I don't think he can. So I'm going to give it to the Chargers. Trivia? We said all there is to say, Noah?
Yeah, I think the Raiders are starting to get a bit overrated. That's all I'm really going to say.
Okay. So there are 6 questions. 2 of them have bonus, so there is a total of 8 points you can grab. The first and last question are bonus. So we'll start it off. First question. And just so the podcast knows, this is about the NFL season so far. I told Braden about this trivia earlier today. I did not tell Noah, so we're giving Braden a little boost here. See if Noah can think about the season off the top of his toes here. Question 1: which division has the most total wins? There is a bonus because there are 2 divisions tied. If you can name both, you get 2 points.
I might not be able to name the divisions, but I'll be able to name who's in the divisions.
If you can name the teams, I'll give you it.
I don't know the division names off the top of my head.
That's fine. If you can name the teams in the division, I'll give it to you. Like, for example, I'm not saying this can be the answer. If you say Green Bay's division, then that's the division you're talking about. I'll give that to you. There's 2 teams tied for the most wins.
2 divisions, you mean?
2 divisions tied with the most wins so far this year. And we get silence as they think.
I know one of them for sure.
I don't know. I'm just gonna have. I don't know.
Braden, you go ahead.
You don't know any? Think about it.
No, I know the divisions. I just don't know what divisions have the most wins.
I know. If you know the divisions, you know which divisions have been doing well so far.
We should have brought the.
Yeah. Well, when we go back for a reading week, we can grab them to make sure there's no cheating. Yeah. Braden, throw in a division with a good team in it. Chances are a point. We just gotta hope that the boys.
I know my one answer. I don't know the second one.
What is that? That's the NFC East. No.
What team are you thinking?
The Rams.
The Rams division. That is the NFC West.
NFC West. Okay.
That's my answer.
You guys both are okay.
And you said there's one more?
There's another division that's tied?
Yeah. So the NFC West is one of them.
Okay, that was okay. And
we got a point.
You both got a point. Yes.
Hey, what about what happened with AFC? Maybe
I'm giving you like 10 more seconds and then I'm cutting you off. The people not watching and that are just listening. If you're listening, by the way, go check out our YouTube channel.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the
facial expressions as he thinks. They're pretty funny, and hit subscribe while you're there. Since our last podcast,
can I say there's 2 teams. It's the Broncos division because both the Broncos and Raiders are 3-0.
There you go. So the answers were.
You pull ahead by 1 for now.
The AFC and the NFC West.
That makes sense. I remembered that both the Raiders and Broncos are 3-0.
Yes, sir. Okay, so Noah's at 2, Braden's at 1. Next question. Which division has the least amount of wins? And while they think I'll just ramble, since our last podcast, it's been like a week and a half now, I guess. We hit 150 downloads on like Spotify and Apple playlists. If you add them all together, we're at 150 downloads, which was very cool to get the notification about that. So we thank you guys for the support. It was pretty cool to get that on our 25th episode. It was pretty memorable.
Yeah, guys, it was pretty hot, not gonna lie.
So we're gonna hope to keep it going here. We took a week off, obviously. We don't mean to do that, but school gets in the way sometimes. But we thank you guys.
Yeah, you don't want to live this lifestyle, but it's a good lifestyle. So
I got my answer.
Okay, Braden.
One with the least. Okay, maybe. Okay, come on. Think. Quick. One with the least amount of wins. Oh, fuck me.
5 more seconds.
Oh shit. Okay.
Just name a Okay, you're out of time. Just name a random division. Who sucks? A division with bad teams in it.
Whatever. I don't know. Eagles division. I don't know.
Okay. No.
It's the division with the Jags, Colts, because they're both 0-3, and then it's AFC South.
Yeah. So Braden, the division you had has 4 total wins. Noah, the AFC South has 3 total wins. So you were close, Braden. You were close.
I just had to think 2 teams that are 0-3.
I was trying to think about it like quick because I'm like,
you did your best. Okay, so it's 3-1 Noah. Noah has all 3 points so far. Next question. How many teams have not won a game yet in the NFL?
In the whole league?
In the whole league. How many teams do not have a win? If none of you get it, closest without going over will get the point. So if you don't know it, play it safe.
Okay.
Episode 26, eh? That's crazy. I'm trying to think of stuff to ramble on while you guys think, so that people listening don't get bored.
Well, we look stupid.
Well, you guys look stupid. If you guys want to see them look stupid, go check out our YouTube channel. If you don't have to, if you're listening,
Check out our TikTok too. We made a TikTok.
Oh yeah, we made a TikTok
You
since
have
our
a
last
TikTok
episode.
page?
Yeah, Brayden, you don't even follow it.
Brayden, you don't know about the TikTok page?
No, you guys never told me.
got
Valley
TikTok,
Sports
Brayden.
Talk. It's Valley Sports Talk on
TikTok.
TikTok.
It's in our
hilarious.
Instagram bio.
And then it's on our Instagram. So also, if you're not following us on Instagram, you should be.
I have my answer, by the way.
Who's our social media guy here that's supposed to be keeping me up to date? Yeah. You know,
Go Brayden, go check out our TikToks. We've made a few. It's about all sports. We've done 2 so far. One was about football, one was baseball. Noah's prediction is on baseball is looking all right, actually.
Yeah.
It's looking okay. It's got a chance.
It's not crazy, but
The team I thought you were going to be wrong on is the team that's almost guaranteed.
yeah, that's fair. Okay, I got my answer.
Okay, Brayden, do you have yours?
I
I've been rambling to give you time to think.
think I think I got it.
Okay, Brayden, how many teams have not won a game yet this year?
I think 3.
Noah?
There's 5, I believe.
There is
It's
5.
okay. Let me name them: Giants,
1,
Lions,
2,
Colts, Jags,
3,
Jets.
4, 5.
Okay, yeah, I missed.
I was certain there was at
I
least
missed
4, and then I forgot about
I missed the Giants. That's what it was.
I forgot about the Lions.
That's all right. Next question. As you guys can guess, probably from the last question, how many teams haven't lost yet?
How many teams are 3-0?
How many teams are 3-0? So Noah is up 4-1 for those listening and watching. What else can I ramble about while they use their noggin?
Give us some video ideas for other podcasts, and we haven't done a mini game. So if you have any other types of series you want to see,
we have our reading week, so we'll be able to pump out a bunch of.
I'm not here.
Oh, Noah's not here. Well,
You and Brayden can make some.
Max ain't there either. Yeah, we'll try and get some more mini games because it seemed like you guys like.
What week's your guys' rating week? Because mine's on the 25th.
Yeah, ours is before his.
Oh, okay. Well, crap. We'll figure something out because you guys really liked the mini games. We got a lot more views on those ones. They were pretty entertaining.
Okay, I got my answer.
You got your answer? Okay, Brayden, how many teams have not lost yet?
I think 5 also.
Noah? 4?
Is it 5?
Answer's 5. Brayden
What?
got a point. You have the Rams,
Yeah.
the Cardinals, the Broncos, the Raiders,
Oh, I missed the
and
Broncos.
Carolina.
Yeah.
I missed the Broncos.
How could you forget about the Broncos?
Damn it.
The score is 4-2. It's still here. Who is leading the league in passing yards so far this year? I'm looking for a QB name, obviously.
Yeah, I'd hope.
Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it.
I think I got it too.
Okay, Brayden.
Sam Darnold.
Not
I
even
believe
close.
it's Derek Carr.
It is Derek Carr.
He won offensive player of the. I remember he won offensive player of the month.
Derek Carr has like 1,200 passing yards already.
Okay, I thought I saw it on the Panthers page. I must have read it wrong because I thought I know Darnold's leading in something right now. I just
Sam Darnold is not even in the top
rushing
5.
TDs. I think that's what it is.
That could be true. He's done.
I think that's it.
Okay, so the score is 5-2. So Brayden is eliminated, but you can make it a little closer if you can get this one. Last question. Who leads the league? Again, looking for a quarterback. Who leads the league in passing touchdowns? Bonus point for how many they have.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So this is the last question.
I think I got it.
Eliminated
I think
once
I got
again. You know what? I believe me and Noah were talking before the podcast. So I believe he is 8-0 now. Can't be beat.
No,
Brady even had an edge. I told him what the trivia was going to be about.
You didn't tell me what the trivia was going to be about.
I did. It's going to be about the NFL season so far.
Yes, I know, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard.
Noah's doing good. If Noah gets both these right, he got 7 of 8 points right.
The only one I got wrong was the freaking 3-0 question.
Because of the Broncos.
dirty.
The NFL season has been crazy so
Oh,
far.
I'm between three guys right now.
There's been a lot of underdogs winning, as you can see from the Broncos and the Raiders leading the division, with the Chargers and the Chiefs in there. So yeah, we just hit the hour mark. That's pretty good.
Anyways, I think I got mine.
Okay, Noah, do you have yours yet?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay, Braden,
Kyler Murray.
with how many?
Might be. I think it's like. It might be like 13 or something like that. Maybe.
I was debating between Brady and Stafford, and I went Brady, and I'm gonna go with a solid. I'm gonna go even and say he's got 10.
So the correct answer is Tom Brady.
Okay.
He is the only quarterback in the league so far with double-digit touchdowns, and the answer is 10. Noah went 7 for 8 in the trivia. Braden, that was hard to beat. That would have been hard to beat.
You would have had to been perfect.
I thought it was Murray. I thought Murray had the most.
I think Murray might be 3.
The three guys I was debating between was Josh Allen, Brady, and Stafford, because I knew Brady and Stafford had thrown a lot.
There's like 4 quarterbacks tied with 9, and then Brady has 10.
Wow.
Never bet against Brady.
Never. All right, we are going to wrap it up there, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. Check out our TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, anything else we're on. I don't know what the heck we're on. We'll see you next time.
Go download us on Zoom.